1, 2, 3, 4. I'm Sean, welcome to GuitarReferenceGuide.com. In this lesson we're going to go through how to play over the 5 chord over a 12-bar blues in the key of A. So if you were playing a 12-bar blues in the key of A, when you get to the E or the E7 chord, that's the one we're going to be exploring. Now, one of the things that's difficult about playing over the 5 chord is there's a lot of different notes in the chord that don't necessarily jive with the minor pentatonic scale. Most people use the minor pentatonic scale when they're improvising over a 12-bar blues, the key of A, minor pentatonic. So I'm going to show you some tips and tricks to get through the 5 chord. If you like what you saw in this video, please subscribe. I have a lot more videos coming. Thanks for visiting us, GuitarReferenceGuide.com. Let's get started. Playing over the 5 chord. One of the reasons the 5 chord is hard to navigate is because the notes that make an E7, 2 of them are not in the minor pentatonic scale. The G sharp, and in an E7 chord you have an E, you have a G sharp, you have a B, and you have a D. So the G sharp and the B are not in there. So quite often what you hear when you're hearing this lick is you're hearing somebody go into the 5 of that chord. 1, 2. This would be my first, my third, and my fifth of the chord, my flat 7. So the notes of the scale that make the dominant 7 chord are 1, 3, 5, and flat 7. So I'm going to go through this first lick and then break it down. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. So here what we're doing is we're dwelling on the 5th of the E chord, or you could also look at it as being the 9th of the minor scale over 12-bar blues in the key of A. So that would be the B note. So that's why lots of times when it gets to the 5 chord you hear this. Even though that's not in the pentatonic scale, it's the 5th of the E. So it works really well. So that looks going to be like, so we're going to hammer 5 to 7. 5 to 7, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're going to play 5, 8, 5. Now we're going to go 7. We're going to bend up, pull off, bend up. 5 on B. Then we're going to bend up from the 8th fret a whole step to resolve to A. One more time. Last time with the play along. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, another thing that works really good is when you get to the 5 chord, just playing the E note. The E note will always work. That is the name of, that is the root note of the chord. So that would sound like this if I went. I could also play here. So the E is here and the E is here if you were playing in this position. Another really cool thing to do is bend from the minor third to the major third, and then resolve on the root note. So that would sound like this. We'll do this lick. I'll break this one down for you. Here we go. I've also done a lesson on this on the A7 and the D7. So this is just doing the same thing but over the E7. So this lick would sound like this. One more time. What I'm doing here is I'm bending from the 8th fret to the 9th fret, and that's a minor third to a major third, and then I'm resolving on the root note of the 5 chord, which is the E. So minor third to major third, root note, E. Same thing here. I'm bending from the minor third to the major third, and then resolving on the E. You could also go into it like this. You're going to hammer from minor third to major third into the E. So let's try that. Worked great. Let's try it again. Now I'll do it here. So the first lick I did was like this. Then if we put them together, you have to do it kind of quickly. Now it's just over the 5. One more time. Now, this last lick I'm going to show you is going to involve playing off of the root note. And it's also going to be involved playing off of the 5 again. So that will sound like this. And then I'll break it down for you. 1, 2, 3, 4. So for this one, we're combining a couple of different things. We're targeting the root note of the 5, and then we're coming down and we're hammering off of the 9 or the 5 of the 5 chord, the B note, hitting that B note again. So we have, then we're playing through the pentatonic scale. Now here I'm sliding from the 7th fret to the 9th fret, 2nd finger on the 8th fret of the B string, sliding back. So that'll be so the main thing to get here is this. Dwelling on the E and then playing off of the 9 again, or the B. So slow. Here we go, one more time. So over the 5 we have the, that's the main idea to get down. So I hope that this was helpful. Navigating through the 5 chord over a 12-bar blues in the key of E. Have a great day. Thanks for visiting us, GuitarReferenceGuide.com.